Hi, this is Sarah, and today we will be making strawberry rhubarb crisp. You will need 4 cups of rhubarb. This should be diced and would take about 4 to 5 stalks. Try and get the red part at the end of the rhubarb. It's more tender and it's less tart than the green. It's more ripe. Next, you will need 4 cups of strawberries halved with the cuts chopped off. If they are small, you don't have to cut them in half. But with regular strawberries you buy at the grocery store, you're probably going to want to cut them in half. Next, you'll need 1.5 cups of sugar. This sugar will be split between 2 different parts of the recipe, so keep one in 3/4 cup and 1.5 cup. Next is 1.5 teaspoons of orange zest. You can get this by taking regular oranges and grating them with a cheese grater or something. And a teaspoon and a half is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Then we have 1/2 cup of orange juice. Next is 1 cup of flour, followed by 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Next, you're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Then you'll need 1 cup of oats. These are quick, cook easy, non-instant oats. Finally, you will need cold diced butter, 1.5 sticks. Alright, let's begin. First, you're going to take the rhubarb and put it in a large bowl. Make sure the bowl is large enough to fit 8 cups of fruit. Then you're going to take the strawberries and put them in the bowl too. Next is sugar. 3/4 cup of sugar, not the 1/2 cup. You want the 3/4 cup of sugar into this one. And the orange zest. Alright, kind of mix that with your hands. Hey Jennifer, can you come here? Sure. Can you go get the, hold on, where is it? Never mind. Okay. I have a really small bowl here and I don't have any bigger ones, so. Try and get it so that they mix. The orange zest, you only need a little because it's really strong. Make sure you wash your hands before doing this because, as you can see, your hands are very into the food. I've washed my counters too, so. Alright, correct. Okay. So this is pretty good. It's gonna make it kind of like a watery, kind of sugary mixture. The sugar's gonna melt a lot. And if your sugar doesn't melt all the way, kind of leave it in a bowl. You're gonna be transferring it to another bowl later, and it'll probably melt then. So now we can just probably put this aside. Put that aside for now. And we're gonna make our next thing. Next, we're going to take the 1/2 cup of orange juice and the tablespoon of cornstarch, and we have to be ready to mix this a bit together. So let me get a spoon. A regular silverware spoon will be perfectly fine for this. So, because cornstarch is going to really glop up really quickly, so you have to be ready to stir it right away. And this is going to go into the fruit bowl that we've made. It should make the orange juice look lighter and thicker. And once it's fully dissolved, we can take our fruit bowl, throw this in the sink. Take our fruit bowl, pour this right in. Any undissolved sugar will probably dissolve in this mixture. Alright, so now we can put this aside. Well, actually, we should probably mix it in. spoon. This is gonna make it so it's not like you're biting when you've made the crisp, you're not biting into something totally hard. It's gonna make it nice and soft and yummy. The rhubarb is gonna give it a tangy taste while the strawberry keeps it sweet. It's gonna be really good. Alright, now for the topping. Now we are gonna get ready to make the topping or the crumble of the crisp. You're going to need a mixer, an electric mixer. I'm going to be using the paddle attachment. There are other attachments, but this is the one you're going to want for this because you don't want to crush anything. Attach this. Alright, so that's on. First, you're going to take the cup of flour and you're going to mix all these. It's pretty much going to be mixing the remaining ingredients together. Since we're dealing with flour, you're going to want to start, when you stir the electric mixer, you're going to want to start slowly because you don't want the powder to poof all over the place. Next is the sugar. This is going to be half a cup of sugar. And then we have the half a cup of brown sugar. Come on, Jen, come here. Half a cup of brown sugar. The brown sugar is going to be lightly packed. Okay, now we're going to take a half a teaspoon of salt. What's in there? And a cup of oats. Stir it slowly until it's moist and crumbly. Don't want to do it too fast, it'll crush the oats. Oh, whoops, I forgot the butter. Whoops, real quick. Come on, real quick, Jen, come on.
Don't want to break anything.
Come on, you can do it. There you go, the diced cold butter. Wondering why things weren't sticking together. Alright. So the butter is going to make everything stick together. If you need to, you can stop it every once in a while and break the butter apart. It was diced, so it should break apart easily, but if not, like right now, it's sticking to itself. So I'm going to take a spatula and just break it apart so it sticks to the other ingredients instead of just itself. Alright, let's see how that works. Don't stick your fingers in and get one cut off. Starting to look moist, and you want it to look crumbly so it's on top. It's going to get crisp. that looks. Alright, go a little bit longer. Separating the butter again. Alright, that looks good. So, I'm going to have Jennifer bring the iPod over so you can take a look at the consistency of it. See how that looks.
Hold on, Jen.
That's what the top should look like. So it should be about that consistency. Crumbly, but stick together and be moist. Alright. So now, we are going to take the fruit earlier. Make sure the fruit goes on the bottom, and you don't want to mix it with the crisp. The crisp needs to be the topping. See how that nice, juicy. If you add any sugar at the bottom, just pour it into the bowl. It'll dissolve when it's in the oven. And flatten that out so the topping can fit. This is going to be an 8 by 11 pan. This one's a little bit smaller, but it'll fit if it's a little smaller. Alright, once that's flattened out on top, you're going to also, I should have said this at the beginning, but you're going to want to heat your oven to 350 degrees. Now you can take the topping and just kind of spread it over the top. Should be evenly spreaded. And this is going to probably take about an hour in the oven. Nice and yummy. This is one of my favorite desserts. It's really, really good served warm with ice cream, but it's really, really good served warm with ice cream. Get off. My oven's already preheated. Follow me up, Jenny. Come on. So I'm going to take this right in the oven for an hour. 60 minutes. You're going to keep it in there until the top looks brown. The top is brown or golden, and the fruit is boiling. Alright, be right back when it's finished. Alright, now we're finished, an hour later. And our crisp, make sure you have gloves. Our crisp is ready. Alright, you're going to want to put this under something so that it doesn't burn anything. So I'll stove real quick. Hot plate. Alright. Crisp looks really good. I was going to try a piece, but it looks so hot. It's still boiling. Alright, it's still boiling. This is what our crisp should look like. Nice, warm, and all the fruit should look melted at the sides. And the crisp is nice and golden brown. Isn't that wonderful? It's going to be a really, really yummy treat. Serve it now with ice cream stuff. Alright, enjoy!